Yeah, no, the question yesterday was, is it overhyped? And my point is it isn't. It still hasn't permeated in all parts of society. It's evolving super fast, and the adoption rates are still growing. We are still in the middle innings of AI, and I think there is a lot more to come. And as I said, I work a lot with farmers. They still are not using much AI. And so there are huge segments of society that are not using AI yet in a big way. And we need to get it everywhere, and that's all will come. So it's not overhyped. Tokens are important. You want to get the most out of every token that you spend. And that's a place which we call token efficiency. And there's a lot of work happening on token efficiency right now. And everyone needs to be conscious about, how they're using any of these resources. You want more out of every token. You want more information that's coming out. And to get the most out of AI, data plays an important role. And one of the things I talk about is you need to organize the data. It's not just data, it's knowledge. It's beyond data. Every enterprise has their own data, and from that data, you need to extract the knowledge. You want to organize the data. The better the data is organized, the better the knowledge is organized, the better the AI is. And that will drive better token efficiency. It's going to be humans in the loop too. And humans will be just much more productive with everything in AI. Instead of coding being replaced, like people saying, hey, one can do the job of 10, but 10 can do the job of 100. Imagine the world where everyone just explodes with productivity and all the employees just do so much more in the limited amount of time. The economic value will just grow. So I'm of the other camp. I'm not saying that humans are not going to be there. Humans will be much more productive with AI, and they'll be productive to a different level with AI. Imagine AI doing a lot of that, giving you time to do strategic stuff or expanding the amount of other stuff that you could do. We try things ourselves. We call it dog food. So we dog food our own products before we give it to others. And we see everything firsthand, even before others. We are customer zero. Every department, my own team, tries things before we give it to even other teams within Microsoft. And we see the problems firsthand. Like one of the things that I was talking about yesterday is how these AI models show this jagged behavior. Like, this is Andre Karpathy's statement where he talks about these AI models are both a PhD student and a 10-year-old at the same time. And this is because they haven't been post-trained in different environments. Like you can post-train it in a general synthetic data, but you take it to an enterprise, it doesn't work as well. So how do you then customize these models for that particular enterprise? And that's one of the capabilities that we're building with Copilot Tuning. If you think of how the enterprises work, you're right. There's a lot of data. Data is a new oil. People have talked about it. But just the data by itself doesn't mean anything. It could be fragmented. It's unstructured. It's noisy. So we do a bunch of stuff there on helping people extract meaning. The other thing you mentioned is a lot of things are in people's minds, and AI needs to know a little bit of that to help them be more productive. So that's the other part that we focus a lot on, is how do you extract more meaning from knowledge? And I think that's what we tell enterprises too. Codify as much as possible. Not everything will be codifiable, but whatever can be codified, because then you'll be more productive. You should figure it out. Within your enterprise, what are the biggest opportunities? Once you do that, what we say is, come up with what we say prompts and rubrics. This is known as an evaluation set. You want to evaluate how well do existing models work. Rubrics are essentially criteria.
Criteria.
Like assessment criteria or metrics. So for those, you'll then evaluate to see how well it works. That's a starting point. Like I start something, and you could start even with Copilot. Microsoft has M365 Copilot. Purchase it. It just immediately starts getting all your data in an enterprise secure way. That's one of the other things. It preserves all ACLs, all the security things you get from Microsoft. It comes with that. If it works great, we just off the races. If it isn't, the next step is what we call hill climbing with harness engineering. So you start modifying the context, you add more tools, you change prompts, things like that. You go to the next step. You've hill climbed. You've taken your eval metrics from a certain point to the next point. A frontier firm is this firm that just does everything much more efficiently. And when we say how do you get to a frontier firm, we talk about 3 phases. The first phase is where most of us are now, where there is an agent and you ask an agent a question, it'll come back with a response. You say, hey, create a summary, create a document, it'll come back with a response. In phase 2, where we say people will start working with AI.
Yes.
Like at work, one of my peer who attends meetings is my boss's chief of staff. It's an AI digital worker that attends meetings with me. This is where it's going now, right? We all are getting in this phase. But phase 3 is where everyone becomes an agent boss. Everyone, all of us, will have multiple agents to do different things, and it's all about managing the agents to do their job. One of the things that Satya talked about is, the future of employment is that every person will do macro delegation and micro steering. Everyone has to do a little bit of everything. You might have a core domain area, but you're doing everything. I think everyone becomes an AI builder. Now there is no excuse for anyone not to prototype anything. Anyone can code. English is a new coding language. The space is changing so fast, we just can't sit back. Personally, you have to keep trying any new thing that comes out. Any new tool, any new capability, you should be trying it out, prototyping it, seeing how it works. In a sandboxed way, that's the only way to learn.